morning, good afternoon, good evening. How's everybody doing? Hey, Nikki, how are you? Are you still in here? Shows nobody in here. And ET, how you doing? Happy New Year to all y'all. Nikki was just here, but maybe she went back to sleep because it's late where she's at. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a real long live stream. Getting ready to go away this weekend. To somebody let me know what the sound is on this thing. Hey, Justin, morning to you. Yeah, getting ready to go. What I decided to do was, let's see, let me make a couple of adjustments here. Okay. I got a flight, and just to let people know that are here, I had the dates from the 12th to the 16th. I went on through Agoda, which I go on to all the time. Hey, what's up, Andrew? Hey, Daniel. I went on Agoda, and I said, you know what? I don't want to drive 6.5, 7 hours there. I don't want to sit on a bus for 6.5, 7 hours. I'm going to fly. Screw it. And so I checked it. Now, I've already had the room. Now, they're all sold out in that place for that week there. I went on, punched it all in there, round trip out of Buriram to Bangkok, and then I'll just take a Grab or whatever Bolt from there. It's like 1,500 baht to the hotel. And I looked at it, was almost it was 3,000 baht each way, which isn't, it's $90 or whatever. And, it isn't like an enormous amount of money. But I go, God, for here, I haven't flown in a long time. It was Asia Air too, Thai Asia Air. I guess they combined a little bit. And I go, man, and I'm looking up on the top, and it's saying, whatever it is each way, round trip. And I got going out in the morning. I leave at 8:30, so I have to leave my house about 6:30. And then I come back at like 4:30. I get back into Buriram at 5 o'clock, which is perfect. I don't have to rush from the hotel, trying to get to the airport or anything. So it was perfect. Except I'm just going, it just seems like a lot. So up on the top, it's got other alternate dates like the 11th or whatever. Just by changing the thing from the 11th to the 16th, it went from almost 6,000 baht to 2,500. So what I did was I booked the airfare and got an extra room. I didn't get a sea view room. I just got whatever it's. They didn't have many rooms left. It's one of those ones they give you whatever they've got on arrival. It's called. They give you a room on arrival, so you don't know what you're going to get. But it was like 1,500 baht. So for less money on the airfare, I got an extra night in the hotel with the breakfast and the airfare for less than flying from the 12th to the 16th. So keep in your mind when you're looking at it, look at the alternate dates. Hey, Jake. Hey, Tommy. How you doing? And I got I got a couple people in here. I don't know if you guys heard me talk about that awesome place that I stayed at for the 8 months in 2015 in Costa Rica, in Hermosa Beach. I think you heard me talk about it. I tried to look on YouTube in the past. It used to have a couple of videos on it because it's been up for sale a couple of times. And I could never find the video. I have pictures, of friends when they were there, just random pictures throughout the house. But the video is pretty cool, Well, I was messing around on I've been getting up at 3. I don't know what the hell's the matter with me. Anyway, so I started looking for it again. And lo and behold, I found it's a sold video on YouTube from 6 years ago or something. But it's got everything in the house. I'm going to turn the sound off. It's like about, let me see real quick. It's about, I think 3 minutes long. And I'm going to cut the sound out, and I think I did that already. I'm going to cut the sound out and um, let you guys see it, so I can kind of narrate what's going on in the house. And the first little still that's going to come up is from behind the house, looking out. I told you, if you guys remember, I told you it had a infinity pool, like it's like 6,000 square foot, 5 bedroom, 5 or 6 bath, big sunken living room, and separate. It's an awesome place. It was expensive, but not as expensive as it could have been. I'll explain a little bit about that, but I just want you guys to see it because I dug it, man. We had everybody that came and visited. My mom came with 2 of her friends at 80 years old or whatever she was back then. And they had a ball. They stayed a week. My friends came, family came. I had this whole house basically to myself in Hermosa. And if you're not familiar with Costa Rica, Hermosa from the new airport was about an hour, 45 minutes. And from this house in a guard gate community over to Cocoa Beach or over to it's a big touristy area, it was about 15 minutes. And that's where the Z bar was, and everybody went there. That's where they went. I liked Hermosa. It was nice and quiet, awesome. You'll see the house. You'll see the view. Hey, Grinch, how you doing? Hey, Johnny. So I'm going to show you this house. This is the house I stayed in for 8 months in Costa Rica in 2015, and I'll try to semi narrate it. I'll bring it up here. So this is from the front. There was a place to park over on the right-hand side for about 2 vehicles. Maybe you could get 3 in. Those 2 wings that are going out are 2 giant master bedrooms, exactly mirrored each other. Big giant jacuzzi tub, bathroom, shower, balcony out front. It was awesome. And then there was three bedrooms downstairs. But I'll start the video, see if I have the sound off. Yeah, I do have the sound off. And then we'll go through it. So that was that. It had these pumps that it would do on the infinity pool. And that's the kitchen is raised on one side, and then the living sunken down, and the other side it came up on the back side there where the TV is. That's out of the one master bedroom. That was the view. That pretty much had the same furniture. That's from the kitchen looking across, and that's looking from the kitchen table straight out the back. It's got a big staircase that went up there. But I was in that pool like every day. This is the master baths on each side. That's one of the master bedrooms. You can see the kitchen and had a counter there too. That was one bedroom there. That was the view that I had every day. This is upstairs, walking out of one of the master bedrooms and going down the staircase to the living room. And then there's where I was talking. It's got a raised deal where the TV and stuff was. But had a ball there. About half the time in that time I was by myself. Half the time I had people visiting, taking vacations, which why not, that's from one of the master bedrooms upstairs. Had a great time. I was there, like I said, eight months. That's the kitchen. Was awesome. The whole place, I mean, what's not to like? I think like I said, I think it was about 6,000 square feet. The whole house. That was at nighttime. I really did. I had a great time in Costa Rica. It was in a weird time of my life. I was going through the roller coaster deal with my wife. She was supposed to come. She didn't want to come. I don't remember. I remember. You guys remember me talking about my wife thought every place in the other bedrooms, was third world countries. They thought they're peeing in the streets and cows running amok and stuff. So she didn't want to come. So I wasn't going to force her, and I needed obviously the time away. But that's every morning when I woke up. I had my coffee out there in the back, and it was awesome. And that's all deck up on top. That's from the upper deck. Oh no, that's from the downstairs. Up deck, you can see it up there, in front of the two master bedrooms and all the way across the decking. The decking went. So yeah, India, and she's semi. Hold on, let me go. Stop. This is tying a hook. Um, she and where she got that to, Jake, you're absolutely right. Is her sister was married to. Actually, she's still married to an Indian guy. She was married to his partner in a liquor store in Simi Valley, um, and he got in trouble with the ladies, giving them alcohol out of there and getting favors from them, and she caught him. And but so she was married to two, and she'd been to India 2 or 3 times. So my wife thought all, Thailand included. We were going to come here right before we found out that she was going to not make it. Obviously, she was going to come. She was going to try it. So we'll see. So anyway, that house, I've been trying to find that thing, and now I've got it downloaded. But that place was awesome, and it was what it was the guy was getting like $4,000 a week or something, and he had it through a realtor. The guy obviously had a lot of money. He owned the house, and he didn't want to bother anymore with this weekly thing, and then him having to pay, the electric and the pool service and all that. He said, find me somebody, talking to his realtor, that'll take it. I'll give him a reduced rate. I think he gave it to me for $3,500 a month, and then I had to pay for the electricity and the pool and water and all that stuff. So it worked out to because the air. I left the front doors wide open, the air conditioner running. They were package units, about 1,000, 1,200, 1,500. So 3, 4, about 5,000 a month. But back then, money wasn't an issue. But anyway, so the people that got to see that, I would, like I said, I wanted to. When I found it, I've been talking about this thing with people for, I don't know, 5 years or something. So when I found it, I got excited. I said, I got to show everybody. So anyway, that was the house. Hot and cold anyway. Yeah, if you wanted them. I was married, never cheated on my wife, so I was just there. That I flirted a lot, and to that act, I didn't get drunk either. So did I flirt a little bit? Yeah, sure. I always flirted, but had a lot of fun. Costa Rica, I would recommend, and there, Cocoa Beach, Hermosa Beach, is good area, and they've got that new airport, which is basically where Jake will know, is where our good Colonel was running stuff, Nicaragua. That was before they built the new airport. That was his landing strip, the one that was in all the media and stuff. About running arms and stuff. Anyway, that was the landing strip. That's what he used because Nicaragua was right there. What's up, David? You missed the house that I had in. I just showed in that Costa Rica. If you ever heard me talking about it, I was there for 8 months. 6,000 square foot custom home on the side of the hill overlooking the ocean. It was awesome. So if you want to go back and look at it. I just stopped it about 5 minutes ago. But anyway, North is the guy that I'm thinking of, Jake. He's gone. He said, be right back. Oliver North that's where he was flying into, going in and out of Nicaragua. All that time I was there, I never went into Nicaragua. Everybody was doing border runs there. There was people that were in Costa Rica that I watched on YouTube that have been there for 7 years, running only on every 3 months border runs, and they were starting to clamp down and stuff. But see, what I would do is I was flying out of there every 3 months and flying to my mom's house in LA. And then I would go to the embassy in Los Angeles, and they would, if I dropped it off in the morning before 9 or at 9 o'clock, they would have my visa ready by 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So I would go there, drop it off, fart around in LA and stuff, go back, pick it up, go to my mom's, go visit everybody for a few days, and then fly back to Costa Rica. Got to go to a funeral. I've had enough going to funerals. Hope I don't have to go to them anymore. The next one that I'd want to do is mine. I don't want to. I don't want to bury anybody. I don't want to bury any animals. I don't want to bury any more people. I've had enough. I had a bad day yesterday. Yesterday was a miserable day. On the, I didn't finish that video on the bathroom. He should be done with it today. I filmed a little bit and then he started showing back up. So that he's putting the walls on and setting the toilet. They went and bought the toilet and the sink and little shower head and the bum gun and stuff last night. So I guess what I'm saying is I'll pretty much should have the whole video. I can get it all in one video and be done with it at the end of the day, and I'll put it out tomorrow morning. Watching it now, yeah, the house was stunning, man. It was fun. It was definitely a fun time. 8 months I was there in that house. But I would, if I had to suggest a place, and back in the day, Costa Rica was it, man, as far as pricing and you could own your own land and all this. And a bunch of Canadians actually got screwed there, which Dave was there, and bought, and then the land prices dropped and then your dollar went in the shitter. I'm talking way back, probably early 2000s or something. And they lost a lot of money there. But it was certain times a year. All the Canadians would come in at a certain time of year. And according to what they told me, they do this. They all get together. They all pretty much know each other because they don't all live next to each other. But when they come there, they've known each other because they stay a certain block of time. That they stay the longest that they could without losing their health insurance. I guess, and you could clarify this for me, is they told me that they can only stay out of the country this long, and if they didn't, they would lose their health care. So they would stay. I don't remember if it was 3 months, 4 months, 2 months. I don't remember the time, but I remember they told me. I go, you guys come every the same time? Yeah, and this is why. I said, oh, okay, makes sense. But hey, Tip, how you doing? Hope you're well. But it was a kick. It was a kick in the ass. My family came and saw me. My friends, my mom, like I told you, and her two elderly friends came, stayed for 7 or 10 days. They had a ball, and everybody that came had a good time. I mean, no, it's not. I mean, the view, and like I said, most of them rented vehicles when they came in and then just drove. I met them in town. They followed me to the house, and then we rented scooters when my friends came and went all around and saw all sorts of stuff. And it was a good time. They did a lot of the touristy stuff. I didn't do too much of it. They went on some river cruises and that kind of crap. I didn't attend that, but had a really good time. Glad to hear that, Tip. But yeah, it was fun. When I found it, I'm going, son of a bitch, because I looked before and they were all gone. And they had like 2 or 3 of that. They called it the Lighthouse. They had 2 or 3 of them on YouTube at one time. And like I said, it was been up for sale 3 or 4 times. I think when the guy had it up for sale when I was in it, no one ever came and saw it. I was never interrupted or had to do anything. Nothing. But I think he had it for 2.5 million. I think US dollars. 2.5. I think that's what it was. I don't remember. But the prices fluctuated. What I liked about the thing in Costa Rica, the food and the liquor and that kind of stuff was just like in Thailand. If you want to eat American brand foods, you're going to pay through the nose. If you want to eat whatever their local beans and rice, in this case, and bread and and that kind of stuff, you can eat fairly cheap. But after I stayed an extra month, and after I got out of there, I stayed in a 2-bedroom apartment. Walking distance to the beach. Small though. I wouldn't call it a condo, but it was kind of like a little condo. But it had 2 bedrooms. It had a little kitchen. It had a living room. Small. Was $550 back then, and so I considered their rent reasonable. So it was a place, but way back in the day, it was cheap on the real cheap. And then people started going there and building and doing all sorts of shit. So, but it was it was nice. Like I said, if you got a chance to, and you haven't been to Costa Rica, it's a good place to go. It's fun. I would go to Cocoa Beach. I wouldn't go to San Jose or any. There's some other nice places, but there they have a rodeo. They have a lot of stuff to see there, especially if you're only going for like a week or whatever. You can do everything you want there: fish, snorkel, zip line, all that shit right there. And they got some nice hotels there too. Yeah, it was an awesome house. But like I said, it was about half the time I had people there. The other half it was just me. But which I didn't mind. It was I lost an arm on these glasses. Uh, it was nice. It was nice. I needed to clear my mind at that time in 2015. I was going through a lot of shit at that time, and it helped. Just vegging too. And I would go every day. I met friends with. They're both dead now. uh, in the bar there, they had a happy hour. They opened at 11:30. All the Farangs would be lined up at the Z Lounge was the name of it. You can look it up on YouTube or whatever. I'm sure there's a bunch of videos on it. It was the biggest and probably the most popular bar restaurant there in Cocoa Beach. And their happy hour went from that till 7. Now, there were $2.25 a drink, which at the time was a lot of money, okay, in 2015. Not a lot of money, but it was, it wasn't cheap. And you could get a beer for $2.25. You could get a margarita. Their margaritas were excellent for $2.25. They were the two guys and all the other people, mainly the two guys I became friendly with. The other guys were just acquaintances. These guys I spent a little bit of time with. But they were drinkers. They were alcoholics. I would go and drink, too. And they started getting on me. Well, why don't you keep winning? I said, if you're going to bust my balls, let's end the deal. I don't need to make any more friends that want me to, get drunk and are going to bust my balls every time I come here. I just won't come. Oh, no, Dave, I didn't mean that. And they're good guys. And then once I said that, they never said a thing, because the same thing I would drink. I think the most I ever drank was like 3. And I could feel it, back in the day. That wouldn't even, tip the iceberg. But then I would switch over to soda water or Coke Zero or whatever, Diet Coke. And then they had gambling there. So they have a casino outside of town, a pretty big one, I think in one of the hotels. But in the town, they've got a couple little small ones. And you could sit at the bar and play the little quarter, blackjack machines or whatever. And they had tables and card tables, everything. So it's a good place. I would recommend it. Hey, Jay, how you doing? So, like I said, if you guys hadn't, I showed the video of the house that I stayed in Costa Rica for the 8 months. You've heard me probably talk about it over the past, if you've been around for 5 years, talking about it. I found the video on YouTube and downloaded it. So I showed it just about 10 minutes ago. And it was an awesome house. 6,000, I think it was 6,000 square feet. 5 bedroom, 5 bath, big house, infinity pool overlooking the ocean. It was nice. And Hermosa Beach was nice too. And they have they have a lot of, they have a lot of the, what do you call it, when you just pay one price, all inclusives. They have all inclusives. So if you're a drinker and you want to go and drink and have a good time, the all inclusive, I think, is the only way to go. But they have a couple in Hermosa, and they have some in Cocoa Beach too. And the fishing's phenomenal. Tuna, wahoo, everything there. Dorado, the fishing's outstanding. Yeah, it didn't seem like they were eating that. I was going to say the larger food was too big. Even my fish, I still feed the medium pellet because uh, there's so many in there. I've got so many crammed in there. They're not going to grow to where they should, and I don't overfeed them. And that they eat it, they suck up the medium ones. And I've got fish from probably 6-7 inches up to, or centimeters or whatever, up to 50 centimeters. I don't know, or bigger maybe. I don't know. I haven't measured them in 2 years. So, but yeah, I saw that in there. And what it'll do, it'll foul the water real quick. It'll give you an ammonia spike, and the fish don't like that. If they're on the borderline of being, sick or whatever, it'll push them over the edge. Well, that is the medium food. Then you might want to go down to the small. I couldn't really tell on the side. It looked big to me, but it'll swell up and then decay, and all it does is foul the water. So yeah, but it looks great. If you guys haven't had a chance to see David's little fountain pond he put in, it's pretty cool. Yeah. So I don't know. Like I said, I don't think we're gonna go real long. Tune's supposed to be here. My wife left early for work. Um, I've got to get ready. I'm expecting some stuff. I didn't have a real backpack. I wanted to take. Actually, I got a duffel bag, ordered a duffel bag type thing, and a backpack that were carry-on size, and I can only take 7 kilo is my limit without having to pay through the nose for luggage on Air Asia. So which should be enough. I'm going to bring the 9 as a backup. I'm going to bring the 12, 3 batteries, and that's it. Keep everything down. I'm going to bring all these shirts because they weigh nothing. Fold them up, put them in there. I need 5 shirts and 5 pants, and that's it. So I'm not going to bring my laptop and all that kind of stuff. If I do a live stream, it'll be like I did that one time from the pad. So, but I think we could all live with you not having to listen to me ramble one week isn't gonna hurt anybody. But I'm looking forward to it. I know that they had some skirmishes yesterday on the border, so I don't know. But I've already made my mind. I don't want to. I asked my wife. I said I'll cancel. I said no, I want you to go. She knows I kind of been edgy lately, so I could use a little bit. I'm going to go there. I think Mitch is coming. He's going to be there the same time. Cabo, I'm going to go out and have lunch, whatever he wants to do. But otherwise, I'm just as happy, watching a Netflix movie. I got a ocean view room overlooking the ocean and relaxing. And I heard it's got 24-hour, the hotel that I got's got 24-hour room service. So if I get hungry, I can eat. Comes with breakfast. They have 1 or 2 restaurants in there. So if I don't want to actually have to even leave, I will to go. I think we're going to go for Mexican food. I think Tommy had sent something to Lewis about that. But Lewis, I did get in contact with him and told him. So anyway, like I explained earlier, just make sure you check, because I decided I was going to fly. So I said, okay, I don't want to drive 7 hours. I don't want to be bothered. So I got the thing, but I got from the 12th, getting there on the 12th, and then taking a bolt and coming back on the 16th. I got flying out of Buriram at 8:30 in the morning, so I got no problem there. 4:30 is when the plane leaves out of Don Morang or whatever it is, airport there. So I've got plenty of time to get from there to the airport and get plenty of time and not have to rush. I get back to Buriram at 5:30, something like that. And but it was almost 6,000 baht. Like I said, which isn't an enormous amount of money for a round trip ticket, a couple $100 or whatever. But I remember them being cheaper. Anyway, I looked up in the top and it said, if I go on the 11th, I got both flights for 2,500 baht round trip. I didn't get a seat. Just sit me. It's only an hour. Sit me wherever the hell you want. I don't care if I got, people on each side. I don't give a shit. And so I ended up getting on the website, checking out the hotel because the hotel's been booked. And on the 11th, it popped up with a room on arrival was a cheap 1,500 baht, included breakfast. And I said, Bink, got that. So I got the same airfare, the same airfare going there, an extra night in the hotel for cheaper than I would have flown from the 12th to the 16th. So go figure. So if you're here and you're booking, flights go down there, look at the alternate dates if your time frame's flexible. So I got an extra night, and then I come to find out my wife wants me to come home a day early. She still hasn't done it. It wants me to come home a day early, which it would cost me about 1,000 baht for a flight back, and I'd lose the 1,700 I paid for the ocean view room or whatever. I'm sure I could find somebody who wants to spend the night there and eat breakfast. But I guess everybody at her work wants to go camping up where we went for New Year's that one year up above the house in Ubon. So I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. She hasn't got back to me. And so I'm going to just leave it the way it is and see. But makes me a little nervous with like they're skirmishing again on the border. But I was, Jake, I think you were gone. That house and that new airport was actually the old airport where old Ollie North was flying into and then going over to Nicaragua. Because Nicaragua from there is just right across the street, pretty much. Nicaragua is where I got all my cigarettes. The guys would go into Nicaragua. I don't know if they're like here in Thailand, where you've got the picture of the black lungs or, the guys dying of cancer and stuff, picture on the cigarette deal, which I freaked out the first time I saw them. But they were cheap. They would go over and buy me 6-8 cartons at a time. Well, they bought them for a lot of people to make money and do that. So the Nicaragua, but it was weird. I was right there and I never went to Nicaragua. Yeah, I should have, but I didn't do much traveling, man. I had that house. I was there. I did all the touristy stuff around there, but I didn't do much traveling outside of Costa Rica. But yeah, so that's where Ollie was. That's where he flew in. Was where they built that airport, the new airport in Costa Rica. You were in Nicaragua in '97. I have plausible deniability. I wasn't there. Yeah, it was when I first got there. I knew a lot of history about that, and it was interesting. People didn't even really realize it. I said, "Well, that used to be a little landing strip there." No, really? Yeah. It wasn't little, but it was a landing strip. But anyway, I had a good time in Costa Rica. Like I said, highly recommend it. Even just that, like I said, they have the if you like to party and like to drink and have a good time, they have the all-inclusive hotels there. There's a lot of stuff to do and see. It's a beautiful place. If you're into fishing, the fishing's outstanding. That's what I liked a little bit better because I was on the ocean, and right there, I could get fresh. I had one guy that would save me, a kilo of ahi tuna and not freeze it because they would freeze it when they got it on shore. And I would call him up, and anytime he got it, I said, just let me know. And he would text, I got some. You want it? Yeah, you bet. I would always go and get it because I would eat it. I was on semi-diet there when I was there. But which the dieting's going okay. I still haven't weighed myself. I got to do that. I keep threatening. But it's a good place. If you get a chance to go to Costa Rica, I just can't see there being anything that you wouldn't like or enjoy. So he's supposed to finish up the bathroom today, which I'll finish the video today. I'll edit it this afternoon and put it out tomorrow morning like I usually do it, 6, 5, 4 o'clock in the morning or something, and put it out. It's It's actually smaller than my wife had laid out. I don't. He's if you don't stay on him every second, he'll veg out, and which is fine. I go, it's plenty big. All it is got a shitter in it, and she didn't even want to put the sink in it. It's big inside. The other before it was huge. I don't know why, but we put a shower, not a heated one, just in case. And the reason I kind of wanted to put that there is that I'm lazy. I don't want to walk, over if I've just got to. Plus, I don't like peeing outside, and I got neighbors all around me. So put it there for that. But also, the only bitch about having people come visit, when we build the 2-bedroom, mom and dad will go in there. Then our original downstairs, it's a big room. It was going to be my man cave, will be a guest bedroom with a couple of beds in it, everything, make it nice, TV and all that shit. And then there'll be a place for people to come. But for now, I mean, if somebody wanted to come, the trailer's awesome. Air conditioned, got TV, got internet, got Netflix and everything in it. But the bathroom's a cassette deal, and I don't want people going to the bathroom in there and then I got to clean it. So this way, granted, you have to get out of the trailer and walk, 10 steps to the bathroom. Big deal. But, it's not a bad deal. I do want to get the, I do want to try to go to Craig's. I still got to try to figure that out when I get back. I do. The trailer needs to be buffed out. It's oxidizing and looks like shit to me. I liked it when it was semi shiny. All I got to do is take it over to the same guy that cleans all of our vehicles. One right over by Bobby and Jai, actually. It's in a gap right behind a gas station. He said he'd do the trailer, truck, everything. Just drive it in when you come back from one of your trips. Said I'll clean the whole thing, top to bottom, inside and out. So it's ready for that. Then I'll have him buff it out too. So Hako Beach, yeah. I went there one time. It's a party town type thing is what I saw. And not a bad place, nice place, great place to go. I just like Cocoa Beach. It was a party place, but it was more, it was boom, boom, boom in the nighttime too. But obviously you'd been there. But I didn't do a bunch of traveling there. I went there, went to Hako, and had a good time. But I think it was 3 days, can't remember. And then I was going to go over to Panama. Never made it all the way because it's kind of like on the other side of Costa Rica. I wanted to go to the rainforest and stay. They've got some awesome awesome places inside the jungle there to stay. It would have been fun. But it would have been better. Like if my wife would have went and stuff like that. Me by myself, it wasn't like I was gonna, it wasn't as much. It would be better if you've got a significant other to go with. Or just a bunch of friends. Yes, I went over the Crocodile Bridge quite a few times. Yeah, like I said, Costa Rica, I got nothing bad to say, except probably now it's probably a little bit more on the pricey side. But they got a lot of good restaurants in Coco. No McDonald's or anything like that, unless they put them in since 2015, which could be. I haven't been there in a long time. But a lot of good restaurants. A lot of people go there and open up businesses. Let's see. I know a guy. He thought it was going to take a different deal. Yeah, he was great, man. That's the one thing I like. Like now, it's hard for me. I guess if I really started, I haven't really looked and sent messages and seen if I could get fresh stuff flown in or whatever. But I like to eat it raw. I like tuna, and I like salmon raw too. I'm a sushi guy. But I just eat that. No rice, no nothing, just sashimi and It's fine. I haven't went to that back to that Oshami's or whatever it is where it's all you could eat. And man, I all I do is go there. They got all these things you could order, and I just order after order after order of salmon sashimi, and it's good. I haven't went there in a long time. It's like 700 baht included a drink. So, I mean, I ate way more than 700 baht worth of salmon. I can tell you that. But yeah, the hamburger joints and good food. We had a Mexican restaurant there that with the guy that I knew there. Um, and they got a bunch of people that were coming in from Italy and all sorts of great Italian food, and they had a lot of good restaurants. But it's a good place, and like I said, they've got a couple of really nice hotels. So, and like I said, I think the one that if I was going and I was a drinker and a partier, I would definitely go to the all inclusive and pay the money and never have to worry about doing anything. Carrying your wallet, do anything. Everything's free. Oh, really? I'll have to ask him because I haven't. But all I know is the two times that we've went to Pattaya and had the kids come over, New Year's being one of them, I think last New Year's, we just had them take a boat, and it was 1,500 baht from where they were in Bangkok to the hotel in Pattaya. But I'll ask Mitch if for sure. I got to send him something. I tried to catch him the other day, but I didn't go directly to him. I think I went on our deal on the Got to Love Thailand thing. Hey Maui, how you doing? Hope you're well. I'm gonna go back here. Hold on a second, guys. I'm gonna show this. I'm gonna show a little part of this video. I'll jump through it and see. This is from looking at the off the top of the where's the other one? Toot toot. Is that big? Oh no, that's not big. Yeah, you might want to see me. Hold on a second. That should be better there. That was the house. So I'm gonna start it and cut the sound off, and I'm not gonna go through a lot. We'll go through 30 seconds or so of it. You'll get the gist. That's the outside of the endless pool. That's the kitchen, raised on one end, living room and TV on the other end. That at nighttime. That's two wings up in top that's one of the master bedrooms. They're mirror imaged of each other with giant bathrooms with jacuzzi tubs. And then there's 3 bedrooms downstairs, 3 bathrooms downstairs, 2 upstairs. And it was an absolute, it was a blast. That's the one of the master baths there. And that's looking outside of the kitchen. And that's in the center section. That's one of the bedrooms on one side. There was 2 on the other side. And this is from upstairs, coming out of one of the master bedrooms, and then going downstairs, and then that's downstairs. So you get the basic. I don't want to drive everybody crazy with having to watch what the house was like, but it was awesome. I had a absolute ball. 8 months I was in that house. Like I said, I had my mom, her 2 friends for a week, family, friends came for 7-10 days each. And I was there about half the time I was there by myself. So it was a blast. I had a good time. Costa Rica was fun. I did have a good time. Would have been better if my wife would have wanted to go. But sometimes you don't get everything you want in life, right? But as it turned out, we had a great, after that, 3 years before she passed. And we were closer, I think, after I got back. I don't know why. Maybe because, what is it? When you're away makes the heart fonder or whatever. I missed her, and she missed me, obviously, I guess. And we were really close the next 3 years until she passed. Yeah, it was awesome. Lance, it was a badass pad, man. It was in a guard gated community. Uh, it was 15 minutes over to Cocoa Beach, and to all the main, bars and the jumping places. It was fun. It was a good time. I liked Hermosa too. Even going down the hill, right where it came out, where the guard gate was, right directly across the street was the beach. But there was a almost like a residential area, not long, maybe less than a quarter mile all the way to the water, and you then there were restaurants and all sorts of stuff. It was cool. It was fun. So that was the house. But I'm gonna definitely get a hold of him on that because it would be nice. One place that they wanted to. I don't want to go broke going back and forth to Patea. But one place I just went in on, got him online and did this and how much to go from here to the Asia Patea Hotel, and the guy said 2,500 baht, or yeah, 2,500. I'm going, that's like 5,000 baht. I'm only paying 7,000 for the room. You know, sometimes I don't know. Sometimes I drive myself crazy when I worry about money that I just want to go and have a good time. But it just seemed like too much. And then I checked on Bolt, and it was 1,500 for a Bolt from the airport to the hotel. So that was 1,000 baht, 2,000 baht. Hell, I could eat the whole time on 2,000 baht. So anyway, I was being a cheap bastard. But I'll check and see what Mitch. I'm sure it has, whoever it is in a royally expensive ride. I would imagine. You never know. Well, I'll find out. I will ask him. Thanks, Tommy. So I'm going to go an hour, another 15 minutes or so, and then go over, get the video, finish the video on the bathroom for the garage. Oh, excuse me. And I got the other fish tank. I got to put that in today. I got to go get some stuff. And like I said, I'm going to take 5 shirts, 5 pairs of pants, the 12 and the 9, because I will get some, I will do some video, I think, I hope. And take my pad, my battery banks and all that kind of stuff. I'm going to put all my camera and battery banks in one little bag inside the duffel bag. So all I got to do is pull that out at the airport, unzip it, pour it out. They can have a field day with whatever they want to look with the lithium batteries. And not taking it. It's a 4-star hotel. They've got shampoo, conditioner, everything. I just bring in a toothbrush, toothpaste, and that's it. And on my way. So it shouldn't be that big a deal. I think it was a 30-liter duffel bag. I actually bought 2 backpacks. They're tactical bags. One's a 45 and one's a 30. I think the 45 is going to be too big. But I don't have a backpack like that anyway. Just to have, I wanted, if I'm traveling on the Forza and I've got to carry extra shit, I can just throw it on my back and go. But I don't think I'll ever have to. But you're talking, one of them was 500 baht and one of them was 350 baht. So it wasn't like it was going to break me. Yeah, I think that's about the right price, right? But I mean, I'd rather, if Mitch knows somebody, I'd rather give the money to somebody that somebody knows. Why not? Obviously, he likes him, and the guy knows him, so why not throw the business that way? I appreciate it, Tommy. But yeah, that's what. Like I said, we didn't think about it. They were over there. They were going to have to take a bus, then go to the bus station. Granted, it was only like, I don't know, 180 baht each, to take the bus. But then I'd have to take my truck, and I don't drive when I'm there. When I drive there, I drive into the hotel and park the truck. I take a Bolt every place I'm going to go. The only time I get back in that truck is when I'm leaving to go back home. So I have to get in the truck, drive through Pattaya to the van station or wherever the hell it is, pick them up, drive them back, take them back there. It was it was double the money, but I didn't have to do shit. All I did was bolt, yeah, come get them right here. They're all both going to the same place. It didn't cost any more money. So it was the way to go. But I think it was 1,500. But they were actually further. Their house, the apartment that we rent there next to the school, is further away than the airport. So we'll see. We'll see. But I'll definitely get a hold of Mitch, because I don't even think he knows that I'm going there a day early. I did tell Cabo I'm coming on the 11th, but by the time I get there and everything, I'm pretty much wide open from the 12th to the 15th. 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, anything goes. So it'll be good. I'm looking forward to having lunch and bullshitting with him. He's a good man. I went down to feed them, but they just weren't interested. Took out the medium and put in some small food. Yeah, I don't know. The water. I don't know what the other parameters and stuff are. They might just not like it. Were they eating when you had them in that blue plastic tub? Were they eating food, or were they not eating then either? Yeah, my wife put up a thing on Facebook. We got a couple of days coming up here, 11 Celsius for a low here in Surin. So I think it was, well, hell, I can look right here. I know she's got kind of the same site that I have here. There's it up. Okay. 16, 13, 12, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17. So I don't see an 11 on here, but there was an 11 on hers. So the coldest is 12. Highs of 26, 27, 29, 30, and 32 towards the end of next week. So and it looks like sunshine all the time, which I'm liking, because that means my solar's kicking out some stuff, which we'll find out. I think it's about the 22nd is when we'll get the next one. And like I said before, 1,800 baht here. I was happier than shit. Cool and windy. Yeah, it's definitely been windy. That's for sure. Just small. But they ate the food when they were in the plastic container. Could just be a new environment. I wouldn't panic or anything yet. Probably better off that they're not eating, because they're not producing any waste, which means the ammonia and that stuff's going to be at a minimum. Up here it's showing 30, 12, 10. Yeah. My wife, the one she had, showed at 11 with one of those 12s. She posted it on Facebook. But, all right. So anyway, I guess gonna do that. I would. What would I normally do? I do it on Saturday, so I will still do the live stream on Saturday, because I don't leave until Sunday morning, and then I'll be blown out of town on Sunday morning. I'm gonna have the iPad with me. If I get a wild hair, I'll try to do a live stream. I might do a live stream tomorrow morning on the Koi Thai style deal. It's usually just me and Wes, and maybe a couple of people from the channel. If you guys want to drop by, I might do it. I might not. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, it's been. I still got 5 minutes. Oh, let's see. Yeah, so that's it. Nothing too exciting. Like I said, I got to get a hold of Craig, and then find out, because I definitely want to drag the trailer there. I got to do my visa when I get back. I think it's due. I got it in the house. I think it's due on the 9th of February. So I can actually do it any time after I get back. I don't do it ahead of time, so I'm not procrastinating down to the last day like I have done in the past. But it got to do that. So yeah, I'd like to do that, but it's going to be a 7-day trip to Craig's, because I'm going to take I don't know. I might blow out in the morning. I don't remember how many hours he said it was. 10, something like that, 9, 10 hours. I might, depends on how I feel when I'm driving. But probably I'll drive halfway and stop and then drive in. So that's pretty much 4 days just in traveling. And so I'll probably stay 2 days. He probably ain't gonna, he'll get tired of me there. No, I don't bother anybody. Spiritual experience. All right, cool. Yeah, I've been wanting to for a while. I just keep on putting it off and putting it off. But today, finished that video. I got the other tank. Actually, I got the other tank day before yesterday, and I just haven't went out there. I think I'm just going to put it up. I'm not going to put any gravel in the bottom of that one. And I've got all the plants and stuff for it, the fish to go in it, and I'll probably do that today. So I got that done, and then they're going to have to feed and try not to kill the fish while I'm gone for the 5 days. But my wife will do it. Hey, you're welcome to stop by at the farm with your camper on the way to Rombo can take a Sizzler. Yeah, I like Sizzler. I'm gonna try to eat high protein, try to keep the carbs down because it's gonna be I'm gonna be out and about. I'm not gonna be cooking my own food, and I cook my own food now. I think it's been 4 months now. I want to say I ate out twice. I ate that pizza, or 3 times. That pizza at Chuck's, and then the hamburger place twice. Once with Chuck, and once with twice there, and in the 4 months. The rest of the time I've cooked all my food. Oh no, I go back. They made me rice soup on New Year's because they wanted to cook for me. I said, all right, just make me a little bowl of rice soup. So they did that. But otherwise, all the meals are all me. So I'm just going to do it. If they've got that there, I'll try to eat a lot of salad and maybe protein, a little bit of carb stuff. But I'm just going to try not to just be you get it. I get into those places and it's like, I got to eat, right? It's free. I got to keep on shoveling that shit in my mouth. And I need to get off of that mentality, or I'll stay, 500 pounds. But I do feel good. Yeah, it should be fun. I've been jonesing. I've been a little on edge, so maybe I need to get away from everything and everybody. And this will be a nice place. Like I said, I got an ocean view room, so and like I said, I'm just as happy looking out that window with Netflix on the iPad and fading in and out, sleeping. I need a little rest and relaxation, so I should do that. All right. Well, it's been almost 59 minutes. So I think I'm going to end the video. I will do another video on Saturday. I might do one tomorrow. I don't know if it pops up and you guys are subscribed to the Thai Koi Thai style channel, then do it. Hey, I'm doing good. Hope you're doing well. Hey, there was I was just saying I'm going on Friday. I explained it earlier. All of a sudden I looked at, they wanted almost 6,000 baht for me to go from the 12th to the 16th because I decided to fly because I just didn't want to drive, and I'm talking to Mitch now, hopefully if he is listening. And I looked up on the top and it said if you'd go to the 11th, I got both flights from the 11th to the 16th for 2,500 baht for both ways, round trip. So I called, got a room on arrival because there wasn't very many rooms left was none at that Asia Pacific, except for this room on arrival, which I don't care. It's only one night. And got it for 1,500 baht. So I got an extra night in Pattaya in that 4-star hotel with breakfast and the airfare, cheaper than the airfare I was going to just fly on from the 12th to the 16th. So go figure. But Tommy had said you got somebody that I was going to just use a Bolt to go from the airport to that Asia Pattaya hotel. But he said you've got somebody or what? Let me know. Hey Pierre, how you doing? Um, do you have somebody that I can use? Or the bolt is like 1,500 baht. I don't know what the guy is, but if you know them, and it's even if it's a little bit more, I'll use them and give somebody that we know the money. So usually Mitch doesn't answer me when I talk to him on the thing. I guess I'll have to send him. A message. Yeah, he's going out and about. So anyway, I'm going there from the 11th to the 16th, and if Mitch gets back to me, then I'll find out. If not, I'll just take a bolt. I leave 8 o'clock, 8:30 or something on the 11th, and I come back at plane takes out of Bangkok at 4:30, 4:40 or something like that. Gets into Buriram at 5:20 or something. So it'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it. So anyway, going to end the video, and I know a couple people just jumped in, but I got to go and I want to get the bathroom done. I know he's over there working on it now, and I should be able to finish that video today. He should be done with it, or at least done enough to get the one video complete. I'll try to cut it down as short as possible, and then I'll send Mitch a thing and see if he does have somebody. So I appreciate that, Tommy, letting me know about that. All right, everybody. I'm not going to play it. I don't have that outro thing anymore. So everybody have a great morning, afternoon, or evening, and I'll catch you on the next one.